Oh, killcount, here we go.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies and show you how they were made. I'm James H.
We too close to seeing the nipple right here. I don't feel comfortable right here.
And today we're looking at Old, released in 2021. Old is our first film on the Kill Count by M. Night Shyamalan. The Oscar-nominated writer-director became a household name with his horror classics The Sixth Sense and Signs. His movies often feature
I feel like it's straight old people that be dick riding him. Like, my whole family, bro. My dad, nigga, my uncles, my aunts, all of them. All the old side, they be bike riding this nigga. I don't think he that good, though. I don't know.
Twist. It pretty much became what he was known for better or worse.
What a twist!
As he continued making films, the reception became not great, with his live-action Avatar adaptation particularly despised. But over the past decade, Knight's been mounting a steady comeback with films like The Visit and Split. His most recent effort was last year's Knock at the Cabin, and his next film, Trap, comes out today. His most recent effort was last year's Knock at the Cabin, and his next film...
Trap, this right here, this was good as hell, nigga. This shit was good, bro. Like, hey, I thought, like, this, I want to see it again. Now I'm thinking about, this was so good, bro. Like, oh my god.
Film Trap comes out today. I don't love all of his movies, but I'll defend Shyamalan more than most. He always puts out interesting and original work, and produces them himself under his company, Blinding Edge Pictures. Dude puts his own money on the line, and it often pays off. Most of his movies have been insanely profitable. Old follows a group of tourists who find themselves trapped on a beach. Not just any beach, though. It's the beach that makes you old. That leads to some predictably harrowing scenarios, especially for the younger characters. Old is loosely based on the 2011 French language graphic novel Sandcastle. While it has a similar premise, Sandcastle is more of a meditation on aging and youth, with the sci-fi scenario a way for the characters to contend with their regrets and mortality. Old is not that. Old is a horror movie where people go crazy and kill each other. It's honestly kind of wackadoodle. Like many Shyamalan movies, Old is divisive, and I can see why people might not like it. The dialogue is weird as hell, sometimes stilted to the point of confusion, other times way too on the nose as the characters talk about aging and time.
You're always thinking about the future.
You're always thinking about the past.
So much of it sounds unnatural, with obvious exposition, like everyone saying their names and occupations.
I'm Jaren. I'm a nurse.
I'm Patricia. I'm a psychologist.
But I think it serves a purpose. These people all feel like points of view in a simple story that might as well be a stage play. Hell, some of the shots even feel like they're panning across the stage, or otherwise capture the ensemble cast all at once, showing you what everyone's doing. I'm sure make it better or whatever, but I haven't read that, and sometimes I like watching something dumb. Old is that something dumb. I don't think it's good, but I do find it enjoyable. The cast is solid, and the beautiful locale and stylish visuals means you rarely get bored. Plus, even with a PG-13 rating, the movie has some truly disturbing deaths. Will this bummer beach turn our...
Oh, I thought that was me, yo! Yo, I thought that was me, yo! Hold on.
Hello?
Is this an ad? What is this?
You record?
Yep. Nope.
Will this bummer beach turn our beach bums into moldy oldies? Let's find out and get to the kills. The movie begins with a title card. The beach that makes you title card. The Kappa family is headed to a high-end holiday spot on a tropical island. It's the Anna what resort? Jeez, a year of landscaping? Poor mailman getting lost every day. Anamika's the kind of place that has an itinerary for fun. It's so bougie, the guests are greeted with personalized cocktails when they arrive. The kids get drinks too.
Hey. Look.
Why are so far apart, dog? I'm not...
How big
Yo, that
you guys
hell.
are.
What the fuck?
We have a drink fountain for you.
Like, I know I'm not tripping. It has to be like CGI.
Old. Mother Priska is a museum curator, and Father Guy is an insurance actuary. That's a job where you constantly analyze risks, sometimes in bullshit ways. Let us skydive, Prudential! Guy's played by Gail Garcia Bernal, last seen on the Kill Count and Werewolf by Night. Their kids are 11-year-old daughter Maddox and overly precocious 6-year-old son Trent.
Her spontaneity has been stripped from her.
Nobody talks like that! Trent makes a fast friend with Idlib, the nephew of the resort's manager.
That's better than anything else. I swear to God, I hate little kids, bro. My siblings, like I don't know if I got a bad batch of little siblings, bro, but I be trying to spend time with them. I be trying to like love them niggas. I fucking hate them, bro. These are the most I don't know if skibbity toilet ruined the younger generation like dead ass, but these little niggas are terrible human beings. They're just terrible. I can't do it. I cannot do it.
They're both totally weirdos.
I collect conchos. I have 42 conch shells. Amazing.
They all go to the beach, not the one
I'd
that
rather
makes
have
you
that.
old, where the boys collect vital information for later in the film.
Hi, I'm Trent. This is Idlet. What are your names and what do you do for a living?
I'm Greg Mitchell. I'm a cop.
The two grow so close,
I
Idler
forgot
ends up
about those.
sneaking Trent Longlegs letters. Ice cream eating contest tomorrow?
Yo.
Maddox has a harder
The fuck? Is a little nigga drawing
sneaking Trent
hieroglyphics?
Longlegs letters. Ice cream eating contest tomorrow? Maddox has a
Oh,
harder
I
time
can't
making
read.
friends, and she's not old enough to hang with the cool kids. Don't worry, Maddox, that won't be the case for long. It's not all sunshine for the Kappas right now. While the parents genuinely love their kids, their marriage is hanging by a
Oh,
phantom
no.
thread. Priska intends on divorcing Guy, with this trip as one last hurrah for their family. She's also dealing with an ovarian tumor, which she's decided to keep a secret from the kids. Seems like she's not the only one with health issues here. One lady has a seizure at breakfast. Oh shit, will somebody help her?
I'm a doctor.
Thank God. And by the way, have you met my friend
I'm a nurse.
You guys would both love my friend Larry.
I'm a doctor.
To calm them down from all this excitement, the resort manager offers a trip to their secret beach.
I only recommend it to certain guests.
On the shuttle bus there, they're joined by
Hell
another
no.
family. Charles, that doctor who's a cardiac surgeon, and his young wife Crystal, who has a taste for waiters.
Whoo, Crystal. Crystal bad as shit, boy.
Oh man, that poor guy is very uncomfortable. They're here with their
Looking a
6-year-old
little
daughter
old for her,
Kara
for her
and
passing
Charles's
down
mother
from young.
Agnes. The two families are bused to a remote part of the island by director M. Night Shyamalan in a cameo. It's a move he's pulled in most of his other films, with varying degrees of success.
I don't know who you are, but you did something to me.
He comes off a little odd here, but it works.
That's a lot of food.
Well, kids eat a lot of food. And you got 3 of them with you.
He leaves the guests with their kids and elders to hike the cargo across the jungle.
I be knowing
What
it's
is
him
this,
'cause he's the only
Fury,
Indian
the Wrath
niggas
of
in the
Old?
movies.
After a short trek through a slot canyon, they step into the main event. The thing we've all been waiting for, folks. It's the beach that makes you old. Gotta love Old Beach. The beach is surrounded by imposing rock formations and currently occupied by a lonely dude. Charles is immediately suspicious of the fellow. Maybe because Crystal's already swapping out her sarong for a phone. But Maddox recognizes him as a
Oh,
guy
yes,
named
Crystal.
Mid-Size Sedan.
He's a rapper. More dough for the cooking?
British actor Aaron Pierre wrote and performed a bit of
Oh, so he's about to fuck everybody, bitch. Okay. So he's about to fuck everybody. Oh, I see what it is. I see what it is. Hide your bitch. She not safe. Hide your bitch. Yeah, I see what it is, boy. I see what it is. Shit.
or dough for the cooking, so it could appear earlier in the film. Sedan's been here since this morning, when he was hanging out with a skinny dipping lady friend. Ooh, Shammy getting
Is that
risque
not
with
Barney's
his side
wife?
boob and butt crack. Oh, scratch that! We've got full butt going on! Everyone settles in for
Yo,
a nice
is that
day at the
like
beach.
good to be on here, gang? The fuck? Yo.
It's little moments like these where Shyamalan's directing shines, like this one-take game of freeze tag, or the way the kids play with toys that correspond to their parents. Some things feel off about this beach though. The suspicious lack of fish, the suspicious presence of rusty cutlery, and the suspicious shining coming from the hills. Huh, is that a
It's a
sniper?
sniper! Hell no.
Gold hoarders loot. While Trent is swimming by himself, he bumps into a
Please,
waterlogged
where's all?
booby bobber. Wow, did this dead naked body just cough and flop
Oh,
into
what?
the water or something? She's revealed to be the skinny dipper who was with mid-sized sedan last
I know a
night.
nigga
What do you
that's
think
still
about
do it.
that, man?
Oh, damn.
As the group scrambles
And
to
his
figure
nose started bleeding. Yo, it's him automatically. This nigga's nose started bleeding. He said, "Oh damn," and he was on one with her. Automatically
who was
him.
with mid-sized sedan last night. What do you think about that, man?
Oh, damn.
As the group scrambles to figure
Almost-
out what
oh,
to
damn,
do, they're
nigga,
joined
you're
by
it.
2 more guests, Nurse Jaren and his wife Patricia, a psychologist. Jaren's played by Ken Leung, last seen on the Kill Count and Saw and Red Dragon, while Patricia is played by Nikki Amuka Bird, who Knight would cast again in Knock at the Cabin. They're quickly brought up to speed, but the bus that brought them here already left, and of course, there's no cell service on the beach. Jaren decides to hike back through the canyon to get help, but halfway through, he starts reacting like a video game character at the edge of a map. Then he blacks out and respawns on the beach.
You stumbled back out. You were holding your head. You look like you were in pain, babe.
GTA.
Sedan, whose real name is Brendan, has a nosebleed. Charles thinks it has something to do with the naked woman's death. As the arguments get underway, Charles's mother Agnes starts having chest pains. A few minutes later,
Oh,
she
so everybody
dies.
died.
Actually, it wasn't even a few minutes. Charles left her for like a minute and then she was gone. I guess she was already old to begin with. With tensions rising, mid-sized Sedan makes a break for it. Charles chases after him like a stupid idiot. You can't outrun a car! Mid-pursuit, both of them react like Jaren did. They're sent dolly zooming into darkness and wake up on the beach.
Damn.
The adults decide to split up and try to
Snakes
find
and
another
dancers.
exit, but all of them wind up resetting to the previous checkpoint. The only way out that might work is swimming, but yeah.
We got how many niggas do we have?
kept resetting to the previous checkpoint. The only way out.
We have one nigga, two. Alright, we only have two niggas. So that's two people we gotta sacrifice though, because they're not swimming over there.
That might work is swimming, but yeah, not exactly still waters out there. And I don't see a lifeguard on duty. Casting a beach to play the beach that makes you old was quite the process.
There couldn't be any trees. There couldn't be any life near there. It has to be desolate. Just beach and then a rock wall.
They scoured the whole world, eventually settling on the Playa El Valle beach in the Dominican Republic. It still needed an oppressive rock face, so production designer Naaman Marshall started building one out of plaster, scaffolding, foam, paint, and sand. But then a hurricane hit during rehearsals, so they had to rebuild the whole thing further back from the water. It wound up being more than 30 feet high and 900 feet wide, and was further expanded through digital effects courtesy of Cadence FX. During this involuntary staycation, Priska's been noticing something off about her kids. Now they look so different, she and Guy don't even recognize them. Yeah, we need a push-in for this reveal. Her kids are older now, thanks to the beach that makes you old. The same thing is happening to Kara. I like the way these children voice the thoughts they have with their newly developing brains.
My thoughts have more colors in them now. Yesterday I had a few colors, and they were really strong, and now I have more, and they're quieter.
The adults are also aging. Charles attacks Brendan with a knife since he appears to be suffering from a worsening case of schizophrenia.
Listen, I don't know why I did that. I thought he was going to hurt me. Sorry.
Hell no, get his ass out of here. Fuck.
Given? Jaren tries to tend to Brendan's wound, but no worries, dude. It's already a scar. In keeping with her profession, Patricia rounds everyone up to talk about their feelings.
We will make destructive decisions if we don't feel safe with each other.
Priska, for one, is feeling a little woozy here. Her supposedly benign tumor is now the size of a golf ball, and it seems to be getting bigger by the second. With time running out, or at least rushing forward, Jaren and Charles combine their medical powers to operate on Priska. Charles makes the first cut, but just like Brendan's wound, it heals shut before they can continue. Everyone works together.
Plastic, bro. Fuck.
Together to pry the wound open with their hands, gross, allowing them to remove the tumor. Most of the operation is told, not shown, but that's okay, since there is a money shot of the tumor at the end. The surgery is a success.
That's what a tumor looks like, nigga?
Not shown, but that's okay, since there is.
Hell no, what the fuck?
It's a money shot of the tumor at the end. The surgery's a success. Good news, Priska, you're alive. Bad news, you're still on the beach that makes you old. Sit down.
Come on, bro.
Fierce battles from One Piece. Dan goes to check on his beach bum buddy, but her corpse is already a bastard skelly. Ha! You could say that again, Sedan.
Oh, stop saying damn, bro.
I didn't mean literally. That's a process that should take years, but it's only been a few hours. Jaren's the one who finally puts it all together.
Something is going on with time on this beach.
I mean, yeah, I'll trust him when it comes to beaches that mess with time.
Time isn't a straight line for us anymore.
Based on their children, Priska estimates that everyone's aging about 1 year every half an hour. It's not as apparent in the adults, whose physical aging is much more gradual. Only the kids get the big jumps all at once, like how Trent is all of a sudden Alex Wolff. He and Kara have lost their baby teeth. They're now 15, and Kara's, oh my god, she's pregnant. They figure she's already 5 months.
So who took? Oh, it was this nigga. I already know. Oh, it was this. I already know. I already know it was this nigga that put the PP in. I already know.
It's in a baby.
I don't even gotta like
toddler
question
turned
it.
teenager is a ticking time bomb.
Wait.
Soon enough.
It's her? Wait, hold on. I thought it was the other one. This bitch was just a baby. Yo. Who's that lady taking a baby? What?
It's infant o'clock. I love Guy trying to give the talk under these circumstances.
What you did is how babies are made.
I know, but I thought you had to do that 10 times or something.
Kara survives the birth, but the effects of the island are too much for her baby, who dies in the span of a camera pan. It's obvious.
Shouldn't the baby just like grow up faster? What?
A horrendous moment. But I will say the funniest line of the movie happens here.
Things are moving too fast here for a baby to survive.
Literally spit out my fucking drink. The loss puts a damper on everyone's moods.
Maybe we should all talk about what just happened.
Not now, Pat. I love Patricia, but she definitely sounds like your psych major friend in college.
Just not shut down everyone's experience.
And yes, one of my majors was psych. Biopsych, though. Worst of all is that their would-be Jack Shepherd is instead getting pretty loony-toomy. He's stabbing sand and throwing out angry fingers with a bandit. Before you know it, he shanks Brendan 11 times with his pocket knife. He kills that mid-sized sedan like the SUV boom. He's a regular Ford Explorer.
So
Afterwards, they manage to get the knife away from him, but Charles has gone full Norman Bates.
Mom, I do feel...
Oh yeah, get the fuck out of here. Baptize this nigga permanently. Like, you got an option right there.
Charles's declining health was based on Knight's own experience watching his father develop dementia. It inspired a recurring fixation Charles has throughout the film.
Do you know that Jack Nicholson did a film with Marlon Brando.
Oh no.
That movie fact about 1976's Missouri Breaks was also repeated by Knight's father. All of Shyamalan's movies are personal, but this one was especially so. The material resonated with him as he dealt with his parents and children all getting older. It made him realize how fast time moves.
If you can, for one moment in your freaking life, just be present, just right there. It's so freeing. That's the goal of the movie.
Because of that, he turned this into a family production, with his middle daughter Ashana directing second unit.
And action!
Her feature debut, The Watchers, came out earlier this year. With bodies dropping by the minute, Jaren decides to brave the swim for help.
I was on the swim team. I'll make it.
Will you though? When they
Hell
note that
no.
Patricia hasn't had a seizure on the beach yet, Guy realizes each of their groups had someone with an illness. Priska had her tumor, Charles has schizophrenia, and Brendan mentioned having multiple sclerosis. Crystal also suffers
Fuck
from
is
a calcium
sclerosis?
deficiency.
I'll have the calcium bomb juice drink. I have a calcium deficiency. So is it really calcium rich or just a catchy name?
I don't know, lady, but please stop eye-fucking me. Sounds like this whole thing is some sort of experiment, set up and surveilled by the hotel. Yeah, I see you up there, asshole! The group realizes just how fucked they are as the movie continues over-explaining things.
They have our passports. We could just disappear.
They sent us a special car to the airport. A plane.
They can make it look like we never left our house.
The script sometimes feels like it's written for internet nitpickers, like when they theorize that the aging effects are caused by the surrounding rocks, and that's why they're unable to leave without blacking out.
And us trying to leave is like swimming to the surface too fast after being deep in the ocean. Our bodies can't reacclimate.
We don't need everything explained, just have a beach that makes you old. Maddox confronts her mom about her planned divorce, and Priska admits to cheating on Guy after getting her diagnosis. She's super sorry about it now, though.
So you had a tumor and you decided to cheat on your husband? What the fuck? Nigga, what?
Maddox heads into the water to process all of that, where she finds Jaren's body. He drowned before he could make it to land. Aw, man,
forgot
guess he
about that
can't
nigga.
survive all the islands he gets stuck on, Ken. Kara and Trent are also grieving, and not just for their Dust Bunny baby, but for the youth they'll never have. Kara laments her limited time as a little woman.
We never had.
Were they not simple? Who the fuck are these niggas? I don't get it. I don't remember who they started off as. One of them has to be older than the other. I don't understand. It doesn't make. It's not making sense to me. I don't know.
Prom. For graduation.
You freaky ass nigga, you was 10 years old. Yo.
Pretty profound for someone who was 6 a few hours ago. Oh shit, this movie's like a less naked Poor Things. Moments like this are when the movie dips its toes into the comic's existential themes. It never fully engages with those ideas, but if it did, it'd be more bleak and heavier. I kinda like how it's not ruminative at all. It's a stupid thriller that sometimes feels like a stage play. It's fine. Shyamalan filmed the movie like a stage play too. He didn't bother with coverage, instead rehearsing and filming takes until he was happy with what he got.
It was almost like theater, because I'm making it structured.
That's why the long tracking shots don't necessarily capture whoever's talking or whatever's happening. Just like time, the camera is indifferent to these characters. It's going to keep moving regardless.
That movement would represent time. So time's moving whether you're having an epiphany or you're crying or you figured it out, it's just gonna move like this. And whether you have that epiphany on camera, whatever.
While Trent buries their baby, Kara decides to scale the rocks to freedom. Barefoot, no less. Sharp objects be damned. Halfway into the climb, it actually looks like she might make it, but the beach's effects cause her to lose consciousness on the
her
cliff.
ass, I was gonna say her ass about to black out. She done with, yeah.
As the Kappas watch, Kara takes an adastupal plunge. Her impact is censored by the rocks below. Gotta keep that PG.
Y'all can't catch her though? Y'all are already down there, like, I know one of y'all definitely gonna, like, not catch her enough to, stop her from fucking exploding, but, like, 6 of y'all? Come on now.
P13 rating. The death goes unnoticed by her parents, since Charles is still in timeout and Crystal is melting or something.
I need my calcium.
Krista? Krista, stay with us! Don't look at me!
She's not doing great. This shot of Crystal references the hooded ghost in the 1968 Japanese film Kuroneko. Other influences included Australian new wave films like Walkabout
everybody
and
was about to
Picnic
die.
at Hanging Rock. Patricia's trying to mount her own escape with a homemade raft of floaties. Before she can try it, she's taken down by a poorly timed seizure. Damn, man, they're really dropping like flies at this point. Oh hey, this beach probably wouldn't have any flies. That's pretty good. The Kappas begin feeling the effects of their rage. Guy's losing his vision quickly, and Priska realizes she's going deaf. As they wait for nightfall, Guy reveals he knew about Priska's affair, but was
Is
too
Guy not the one that's having, like, skip-a-leprosy, bruh? Who's the one?
afraid to confront her about it. She apologizes, and the two reconcile.
There's no place I want to be, but with
That is in English?
Yeah, but like probably somewhere else physically, right?
I want to be here.
On the beach that makes you old?
So many great recommendations.
Oh,
Fire TV serves up the best
it's like the
options
third
from
one
all my
already.
apps in one place.
Trent and Maddox search the belongings of the previous guests for clues. They find a notebook that belonged to an amateur sci-fi writer. He wrote down what was happening and the names and addresses of the people with him. This might be a reference to Henry Lascarai, a sci-fi author character from the comic. That night, Priska and Guy find themselves a little bit of heaven on the beach. Only thing they're missing is a pair of rocking chairs. Unfortunately, a blurry shape is coming to ruin their peace. Charles has found his knife and uses it to attack the married couple. And yeah, their wounds might be healing right away, but I'm sure all this slicing and dicing still stings. Cut it out, dick! Guy tries to fight back with pocket sand. Oh, sorry, that wasn't from his pocket. It was from the beach that makes you old. Priska gets away so she can warn Trent and Maddox. The kids hide in the nearby caves and discover an unstable crystal. She skulked here to hide her rapidly aging appearance.
I don't want to be seen!
And it's not just about appearances. Without her calcium, she's got brittle bones. They break, but due to the island's effects, her injuries start healing all wrong. She ends up twisting and turning herself into a tizzy until her bones are more twisted than a Juggalo show. This human pretzeling is one of the most painful, bloodless deaths I've ever seen. Well done. Back on the beach, Charles is still carving away at Guy when Priska shows up and counteracts with old cutlery.
It's rust. It acts like poison when it gets into your bloodstream.
The tetanus makes quick work of Charles, spreading through his body and leaving him looking like a bruised banana.
The psychiatric lady was right, bro. We should have, trusted each other. Now we're all murdering each other, you know what I'm saying? Niggas are not making it out of this, bro.
Dusting was achieved using full-body prosthetics made by Tony Gardner's company, Alterian Inc. Alterian also handled the special effects makeup for the aging of the adult characters. Obviously, a lot of work went into it, but it maybe ends up being too subtle for me to notice, especially in contrast to the giant jumps when a new actor takes over a character. The Kappas emerge as the last family standing, earning them a quiet moment to enjoy the view. Sorry, Guy. In a sweet scene, Maddox sings a song for her mother, fulfilling a request she made earlier in the film.
You have such a beautiful voice. I can't wait to hear it when you're older.
That song, titled Remain, was written by Knight's oldest daughter, Salika, who recorded
that was the girl from,
Older.
That song, titled Remain, was written by
She was in Trap, bro. She was a little singer. She was so bad, bro. I was wondering, like, who the fuck is this, bro? Let me get some, bro. Like, let me get something, bro. She was so bad. I was mesmerized that whole movie too. Like, the movie was already good, and this was just like, bro.
Knight's oldest daughter, Salika, who recorded a fully produced version that plays over the end credits.
Like the highest form of like praise and approval that you could get from a father, just to have him even want or even think to include us in this.
Salika will play a bigger role in Trap as Lady Raven, the pop star character central to the story. As the family watches the waves, Guy peacefully passes away from old age. Priska shortly follows in his footsteps. Pretty sad, but far from a bad way to go, considering the circumstances. I'd rather be surrounded by loved ones than, turned into a pretzel. By the time the sun rises on a new dawn, the kids are well on the way to their twilight years. That means we get another new pair of actors for them. Adult Maddox is played by the enchanting Embeth Davids, last seen on the kill count as Sheila in Army of Darkness. The middle actor in Maddox's pantheon of performers was Thomasin McKenzie, who starred in Last Night at Soho. Adult Trent is played by Eamon Elliott, who appeared on the count in Prometheus. His teenage self was played by Alex Wolff, star of Hereditary. Agnes's actress Kathleen Chalfant also appeared uncredited in that film as Toni Collette's scary ghost mom. Production cast the teenage versions of the characters first, then cast the older and younger versions based on those actors. To prepare for a role that spanned several years internally, Wolff went back and watched videos of himself at younger intervals and tried to track the differences.
So I was going through and looking at videos of myself as 6 and looking at myself at videos when I was 11 and seeing the difference.
He also did research into child psychology, but opted not to collaborate with the other Trent actors. In contrast, McKenzie spent a lot of time with her character's other actors to match their energy. Trent and Maddox decide to enjoy the time they have left and build a sandcastle together. As long as they're playing around, Trent also deciphers a coded letter Idlib gave him. Definitely should have done that earlier, since it contains a clue to their means of escape. My uncle doesn't like the coral? The siblings swim out to the coral reef where they discover an underwater escape tunnel. They swim through it, but Maddox gets caught on a piece of coral, and the siblings seemingly drown together. The whole thing is witnessed by that man in the mountains who's, oh shit, M. Night Shyamalan! What a twist! Oh. No, really, I genuinely was not expecting to see his character again. The driver is actually a researcher who collects his findings and heads back to a secret compound. It's a testing facility owned by a pharmaceutical company named Warren & Warren. Guy mentioned them at the beginning of the movie.
We love this pharmaceutical company at work.
We're considering asking our clients to use Warren and Warren drugs as a way to lower their insurance rates.
God, this movie's dialogue is so fucking weird. Turns out Warren and Warren have been using this beach to conduct long-term studies on their medicine, which are delivered to the guests in those custom cocktails. Custom drugs. Although, should you be mixing those with alcohol? The beach allows them to get a lifetime's worth of data in just a day. And despite the chaos we witnessed, this most recent trial was a success. While Patricia eventually died from a seizure, her medicine kept her epilepsy free for the equivalent of 16 years. They toast to Patricia's memory and say they can't wait to share this medicine with the world. They don't mention how much they'll sell it for. I know it's another Shyamalan twist, but I honestly love this reveal. Anyone who studied medicine or other—
how much money is it taking you to go do this though? Obviously that money not working for you. You gotta get this to your kids or something, but like, you know what I'm saying?
Sciences knows how frustrating it is to not know long-term effects. With nature providing this opportunity, of course a pharmaceutical company would act unethically to get these kinds of results. The staff resets and prepares for the next trial. Dr. Death welcomes a new group of guests to the resort, but their cocktails get intercepted by Trent and Maddox. They're alive! The flashback shows they survived their swim through the coral tunnel after finding pockets of air. Trent proves his identity by giving Idlib his coded message back. And to take down this big bad corporation, they turn to Greg Mitchell. Remember him?
I'm Greg Mitchell. I'm a cop.
Since that journal they found is full of names and addresses of a bunch of missing people, the police act in record time and swarm the resort. The kids, or adults now, even get a helicopter escort out of there. The movie ends as the siblings are flown back home, probably to live with some very confused relatives. How many unlucky tourists were buried beneath the sands of time? Let's find out and get to the numbers. Oh. What is that? Oh, score! It's a quarter! Why does my everything hurt?
This is paleta payaso, a delicious treat on a stick, made up of a fluffy-licious marshmallow.
Bullshit ass ad.
11 people died on the beach that makes you old, with 4 male victims, 6 female victims.
I'm confused. Did nobody get out? Who got out?
And 1 newborn of unknown gender. That gives us this age-old pie chart, which has more red than blue. Again, we've been seeing that more often lately. With a runtime of 108 minutes, Old had a kill on average every 9.82 minutes. I'll give the Golden Chainsaw for coolest kill to Crystal. It's a uniquely disturbing death that can only happen in the confines of this movie. Plus, it's not every day that a PG-13 kill is worthy of a prime rib nomination. Dull Machete for lamest kill will go to Jaren, since it sucks that such a nice guy died off screen. And that's it. Old was released in 2021 and made way more than its budget. But like I said, Shyamalan does that a lot. Until next week, I'm James A. Janice.
It didn't show us like rest of the deaths though. I'm confused. What?
These zombies.
I don't know what the fuck it is. So I wasn't wrong for not seeing that movie. That shit was low-key lame.
Got that pack, I'm back on party. Hello, and nice to go berserk. I'm geeked up, bitch, feel like a nerd. Geeked up, bitch, take off my shirt. And I get stressed, I pop the purse. That bitch trapping like some birds. Swerving off the curb. Sending shots like Kyrie Irving. Put a photo, yeah, I swear.